Welcome to Light Warrior Radio, where our mission is to empower sensitive souls to harness their superpowers and shine their light, so together we can co-create heaven on earth. I'm your host, Dr. 𝗟𝗡𝗟𝗣, author of the #1 best-selling book, Sensitivity is Your Superpower, and founder of the Academy of Light Medicine and the 𝗟𝗚𝗡𝗟𝗡 Healing Method. Thank you for joining me. How important is the mind-body connection to the natural healing process?
Well, what I discovered here, or what I'm seeing here, is the mind-body connection to the natural healing process. The mind-body connection is probably the unconscious side of natural healing, or it's actually not even natural healing. The mind-body is the area that is completely. The mind is basically what's taken over by all material content, and all that in the material area is where it starts to identify with. So basically the mind body is just the area of materialism, and it causes more pain and chaos than anything. What I'm seeing here that's missing is consciousness. Consciousness is the natural healing process. That is necessary. That is probably the most main thing that is necessary. And also to help in the natural healing process is consciousness actually witnessing what the mind body does. That right there, when you start to witness that, you heal that area and it dissolves it and uncreates it. The more and more that consciousness sees the mind body in its own chaos, in its own soup. I mean, it's really a lot of negative things going on in there. So the mind body connection doesn't really have a good connection, actually one way I can see how mind body can literally become part of the natural healing process is if we can actually expand the mind through consciousness, because the consciousness has the proper direction for the highest frequencies. And so as we sit with the painful energies within us, or the suffering energies, I just put labels to that, that right there, the more we can sit through that without allowing ourselves to be taken away and start labeling it as a mind body, the consciousness will start to take the mind body and expand it, because the pain you feel is just it expanding to see what the consciousness sees. And it's hard for that part of us to see because it's a programmed situation already. Any situation that happens in life, that mind body right there, that's a lot of where we're at. And so we need to bring in this consciousness to help bring balance to this. So we're working our consciousness up to the same level as the mind body. And when that happens, it's like consciousness, you very well, because it's now level, it's now even. Mind body and consciousness knows it all. So now you know you very well, and you'll probably more likely be able to know others in a way to where you're going to be able to see what they need for their natural healing process, and moving them through and out of the mind body, and bringing themselves into their conscious, into their power, into their now.
So can I reflect some of that? That's pretty awesome. Thank you. What I'm hearing you say is almost like this mind-body connection, which a lot of people talk about, right? It's pretty popular in popular spiritual worlds, holistic, mind-body, mind-body, mind-body. I mean, there are mind-body institutes out there. And what you're saying is that it's kind of a misnomer. It's kind of like a misconception, because the mind is not really the place where that natural healing process comes from. So yeah, we think about mind body, but it's really what you're saying is consciousness body. Like that is really where the healing comes from, not from the mind. The mind has all this programming, all these, thoughts, beliefs, all this kind of stuff. People think it's the mind, but that is actually not what is most important. It's actually consciousness. Right. And that growth and evolution of consciousness. And when that consciousness expands, then the mind is also expanded, and that connection is now like potentially a healing process, rather than we just think about, let's just connect the mind, the thoughts about it.
Right.
Yeah, we're honoring, that's where we're at this level. But when we get to that higher level and really understand that it's consciousness, then that's where the power is with healing.
Right. And the one thing to keep in mind about the mind, is that it literally is totally automatic and totally unconscious, and it will happen in a way where it slips through. And that's where you got to be conscious to be able to see that, because the actions of the mind are unconscious. It takes consciousness to see what it does, and that's what dissolves it and also heals it. So our consciousness is one powerful
Yeah.
piece, and it's
Yeah.
like what we are for real. And it's like the more and more I feel we become confident in really getting to know and knowing more and and being more and able to heal what we are not more, we just become more of who we are, and therefore we get to see more. And yeah, you can't get much from the mind. Everything coming from the mind is always going to be
Yes, you and I kind of
unconsciousness.
agreeing that how important is it? Not
Yeah.
very.
Yeah.
That's not what people want to hear, right? You know,
Yeah.
because it's so popular. My body, and we were like, yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. All my personal growth has been a lot of crap I don't want to hear, but it's now something I do.
Okay, well, thank you, James. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. If it resonated with you, would love for you to hit subscribe and the like button, and perhaps share it with someone who's like-minded who would appreciate it. And in the meantime, would love to connect with you in my light medicine community. It's absolutely free to join, and it's for sensitive souls who wish to receive love and support, and also to share who they really are. It's a safe space for each of us to really shine. So I'll put the link below, as well as this week's offerings and freebies, and we will see you there.